Well, many would argue already, present company included, that Dustin Poirier is a Hall of Famer, even without the ultimate prize. Most knockouts in UFC lightweight history. His 20 UFC wins put him in the top 5 all time. And the striking of late has just been an absolute sight to behold. Obviously, the numbers are historically great for Dustin Poirier as he tries to break through and win undisputed gold here on Saturday. But people are tuning in to hear from Chael Sonnen and Anthony Smith, and not from me. So let us get into this main event. Feels pretty special. Two guys peaking and fighting for the sport's ultimate prize.
Yeah, I got to tell you, one of Dana White's secret sauces is he always puts on meaningful and interesting fights, and this is bigger than just Poirier versus Oliveira. The legacy of Khabib. How will Khabib be viewed if the one guy he never fought grabs the belt and runs with it? And I'm talking about Oliveira here. And the same thing goes for Conor McGregor. Conor got stopped twice by Poirier. If the guy that stops you gets his butt kicked, it's not a wonderful thing. So I think there's other people that are going to be in the headlines. Other people are going to be at talk. This just isn't between these two boys.
Yeah, and I think that's the entire storyline to this fight. I could talk the X's and the O's all day long with you guys. But the storyline is the legacy. Charles Oliveira's got a lot of disrespect coming his way right now because everyone thinks that Dustin Poirier is the uncrowned champ. He wants to solidify that. He wants to be the guy that everyone's talking about. And Dustin Poirier, this is the last thing he has to accomplish in a fantastic career. He's been the interim champ. He's made the money fights. He's fought Conor McGregor. He's got the records. This is the last thing left for him to do.
He's put a lot of pressure on himself this week in talking about this being sort of the capstone on a career in which he has accomplished everything that he set out to. Matchup-wise, though, Charles Oliveira, you mentioned some of the disrespect, people questioning his heart, not just Justin Gaethje, but other people. How do you think Charles matches up with Dustin?
Look, DraftKings has this almost even money, in my opinion. Officially, Poirier is a slight favorite, but I will tell you this. You generally want to look at who has more ways to win, and that answer is not Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier does not want to be on the ground, including on top. Oliveira is just a problem. He's like Tony Ferguson. He'll slip the elbows. He looks for reversals, and if Oliveira gets on top, I don't think Poirier is going to get up from that round. I only bring that to you because it only gives Poirier one way to do it, which is on his feet, and I think Oliveira has been underrated and underappreciated, not to mention Oliveira, specifically in his match with Tony Ferguson, showed us the third skill, which was the wrestling, a weapon we've never seen before and we didn't know he had.
Well, and I think that even in the striking realm of the game, I think that Charles Oliveira has more tools than Dustin Poirier does. And I think it's going to be the intangibles in this fight that's going to make the difference. I think these guys are going to battle it out in a lot of positions. I would not be surprised to see Dustin Poirier end up on top at the end of a round to just solidify that round because he's a smart fighter, and that's what guys do. I think it's the swimming. I talk a lot about the swimming with my guys at the gym. Dustin Poirier swims in deep water better than anybody I've ever seen, and he's super comfortable there, and I think that's going to be the difference maker.
Well, if you're only as good as your last fight, Charles Oliveira was in that deep water and was able to swim his way out. We shall see how it goes. But you are right, Dustin Poirier about -165 or so on DraftKings Sportsbook. Charles Oliveira comes back +135 or so. Chael Sonnen, who wins the main event?
Oh, you know what? I've been with Poirier, and I'm going to stick with Poirier. I will just tell you, it does bring me pause. In all fairness, Oliveira has more ways to win, and Poirier is going to have to be very disciplined, but I predict he does.
I agree with Chael. I'm going to go with Dustin Poirier, but I would not be shocked to see Dustin Poirier end up in some really, really bad situations.
And despite a lot of pro athletes picking Dustin Poirier, betting line is held pretty firm, so it seems as though two-way action is coming in on both Poirier and Charles Oliveira.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.